Hey everyone, so you're tackling the C11 exam, right? Yeah, I know. That textbook can be a lot, but don't worry. Today we're going to break down one of the most important parts, the main categories of insurance, and make it super simple. Let's jump right in. Okay, picture this. A huge storm rolls through. Bam! A tree comes crashing down. It totally flattens your car and punches a massive hole right through your neighbor's roof. So, who pays for what? This is exactly the kind of chaos insurance is built for. But man, where do you even start with a mess like that? All right, so the insurance world is basically split into two big camps. You've got life and health, which, you guessed it, covers people, things like life insurance, disability, that sort of thing. Then there's the other side, general insurance. You'll hear it called P&C for property and casualty. This is all about your stuff, your car, your house, your business, and also covering you if you get sued. And for the C11, this P&C world is exactly where we're going to live. I love thinking of general insurance like a giant toolbox, right? Every policy is a different tool for a very specific job. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. You'll find two main trays, property and casualty. First up, let's grab the property insurance tool. Now, before we get all textbooky, just burn this into your brain. Property insurance protects your stuff. Simple as that. Your car, your house, the inventory for your business. If it belongs to you, that's what property insurance is for. Okay, on the other side of that toolbox, we've got casualty insurance. The easiest way to think about this one, it protects you from getting sued. Seriously, if you're on the hook legally because someone got hurt or their property got damaged, this is the insurance that has your back.
All right, now let's look at the official C11 definitions you'll need for the exam. Property insurance indemnifies the owner for the loss of their property. Basically, it pays you for your lost stuff. Makes sense. Casualty is a little weirder. It's kind of a catch-all category. It covers things that aren't life, fire, or auto. So think of something like boiler and machinery insurance. Where does that go? It gets tossed into the casualty bucket. So here's the bottom line. Property covers your things, and casualty covers your actions.
Okay, now that we've got the two main categories down, let's take a quick look at some of the actual policies, the specific tools you'll find in that P&C toolbox. Let's kick things off with one we all know, auto insurance. It's actually a perfect example for this because it's a hybrid. It mixes both property and casualty coverage together in one package. Think about it. When your insurance pays to fix your own car after a crash, that's the property part working. But when it pays for the other driver's hospital bills or to fix their car, yep, that's the casualty side kicking in. It's the best example of how these two ideas work hand in hand. Next up, something that's absolutely vital for businesses. Business interruption insurance. And this one isn't about fixing the broken building, it's all about protecting the money the business can't earn while it's shut down. Right, so this policy literally replaces the income your business loses while it's being repaired. It makes sure you can still pay your rent, your employees, all your bills. Honestly, you can think of it as the financial life support for a company after disaster hits. Okay, let's talk about a huge piece of the casualty puzzle, liability coverage. This is a really big category that protects you from all sorts of legal and money troubles. I mean, it covers everything from someone slipping and falling in your store to a professional messing up and getting sued. The basic idea is, if something you do, or even something you don't do, could end up in a lawsuit, liability insurance is what stands between you and a huge financial hit. So what happens with valuable stuff that doesn't just sit at home? You know, things that are always moving around. Well, for that, you need a floater policy. It's like hiring a personal bodyguard for your most valuable items. And these floaters come in two main flavors, personal and commercial. A personal one would cover your fancy jewelry or camera. A commercial floater, on the other hand, is for things like a contractor's heavy equipment or all those samples a salesperson carries around in their car. All right, we've peeked inside the P&C toolbox. You're feeling good? I hope so, because it is time to see what stuck. Let's do a quick quiz to test your knowledge. You ready? You got this. Okay, question 1. An accounting firm gives some really bad advice, and it costs their client a ton of money. Now the client is suing. What kind of insurance is supposed to respond here? And the answer is liability insurance. Specifically, it would be a professional liability policy, which you'll also hear called E&O, for errors and omissions. It's built specifically to protect professionals when they make a mistake. Let's go with number 2.
Which one of these things is not an example of something covered by a personal articles floater? Is it jewelry, a contractor's bulldozer, a camera, or fine art? Which one doesn't belong?
Yup, the answer is B, the contractor's bulldozer. Since that's used for business, it needs a commercial property floater, not a personal one.
All right, quiz question number 3. Imagine a fire burns down your factory. Your property insurance is going to pay to rebuild it, for sure. But what about all the income you're losing for the 6 months you're shut down? What policy covers that?
That's exactly what business interruption insurance is for. It's designed to step in and replace that lost income so the business can stay afloat while everything gets put back together.
Okay, last question. Let's circle all the way back to the beginning. Insurance that pays an owner for the loss of their physical assets. Which mean subcategory of PNC is that?
And the answer is property insurance. It all comes back to that simple rule, right? Property covers your stuff, casualty covers you when you get sued.
And there you have it. That's our crash course on the main insurance categories for your C11 exam. You know, when you boil it all down, insurance is really just about creating a little bit of order when life gets chaotic. It's like a rule book for when things go wrong. Which makes me wonder, what's one unexpected event in your life that you wish you had a rule book for? Just something to think about. Thanks for joining me, and seriously, good luck on that exam.